Hello, I am doing, I think this is my third video. I don't know where my other videos are on this site, honestly. They're a mess. They're a mess, honestly. Um, yeah, this is gonna be terrible. All my videos are awful if they're not planned properly, and I figured if I plan this video by typing out my answers beforehand, that's cheating, and you guys can't really get the sense of who I am if I write everything down first. I guess I'll do the actual video challenge and answer the questions. Hopefully this won't be like 25 minutes long, because no one wants to sit through a video that long, especially watching me. Okay, the first question is, what makes you angry? Lots of things can make me angry, but I guess can't really think of anything. It's such a broad question. I mean, in specific situations, I guess things that would make me angry in a general way would be like just people being unfair to others, maybe. I don't know. Just people being assholes for no reason. Not thinking of others. Like, you don't have to be a saint to people, but if you're just being an asshole for no reason, then you just need to go away. What do you like / dislike most about people? About people in general? People as a species, like just human beings, like what I dislike and like most about them. I would say what I like most about people, I guess it sort of goes hand in hand. What I like most about people is also what I dislike most about people. I like our just sense of individuality and like how separate we can be from one another, but I also dislike how selfish we can be at times. I'm just trying to think of this question. Like, it's so hard for me to answer questions off the top of my head, even though no one's watching me right now. I don't know. I might get back to that question. Some of these questions are a bit easier and not as broad. Do I like animals and why? See, that's a question I can answer. I do like animals. It's not something I have to think about. And why? Because they're not people, and people can be generally really annoying, but animals can also be annoying, actually. My cat never shuts the fuck up, honestly. I love animals because they're usually like house animals or pets or fluffy, and you can just hold them and they don't have to talk to you. I like cats. I used to love dogs more than I liked cats, but this dog that my family had just ruined it for me. He's so annoying, so I like cats now. What do you like most about the favorite people in your life? The favorite people in my life. I'm gonna focus on my favorite people that aren't my family, because that's a given, obviously. I love most of my family. One of the favorite people in my life is my best friend, and she is an ESFP, and just by types, since I'm an ISFP, you can probably understand why I like her. She is very similar to me, except she's extroverted. And while she can tire me out when we're actually together, I don't know, I like how she lives very in the moment. She's very popular with people, so people just generally like her. She's just a very likable person, but I don't think this has anything to do with her type, but just her as a person, she's very individualistic. Like, she thrives on being different, but in the sense that she doesn't understand why people are the way that they are, and that can get very personal if I continue talking about that. So I'm not going to get into it, but I like her individuality, and she doesn't give a shit what people think. So she spews her opinion wherever she pleases, and she doesn't care what the consequences are. But she's not an asshole about it. She just doesn't care. I have another best friend. She's an INFJ, and she's just, I don't know. She's very, I don't know. I can't think of anything specific with her. I cannot think of anything specific. I feel terrible because I love her a lot. She's great. I don't know. She has a hard time in life, but she tends to see the good in people. So I guess it's that extroverted feeling. I don't know. What do you dislike most about yourself? God, this question might take up like 10 minutes. What do I like most about myself? I guess that, I don't know, it's hard to put into words. I like that I strive to be myself. Essentially, I don't try to be anyone else. I like that about myself, that I don't try to be what society wants, not me personally to be, but just in general, since society is so pressuring, and it has expectations of people. I don't try to live up to those standards. What I dislike most about myself would be, I don't think this has anything to do with like type, but I'm very anxious in social situations, and I wish I could change that about myself because it makes life very hard. I dislike a lot of things about myself, but I don't know if I could list them off right this minute. I don't know. I wish I could stand up for myself better. It's hard because it creates so much tension with people, and unless you're stepping on my feet constantly, I'm probably just gonna keep quiet. Because I usually justify my silence by, well, if you know, it's not that bad, like my opinion on this doesn't need to be heard, so I'll just keep I'll keep this to myself. And I usually just let it slide when people piss me off, and I don't stand up for myself, or I just don't bring things up when they need to be brought up, because I don't like any kind of tension. Do you care about being fashionable? Why not? Yes, as you can see with my multicolored hair. I'm sure you can, well, also with the type, it's almost stereotypical for ISFPs to be hipster-like, which I hate that term, because I'm sure people do see me as sort of hipster-like, but that's not really what I strive for. But if I started describing my style right now, people would be like, oh my god, she's a fucking hipster. I don't know, I do like the sense of individualism when I dye my hair. I've been dyeing my hair for like 8 years now. I don't like my normal hair color, which is this, and I'm only keeping this because it's a style for me right now. I feel like I can express myself through my piercings and my hair, which is primarily like my fashion, basically. My clothes, I guess if I had more money, I would probably dress very nice. I mean, I usually just wear leggings and shirts and just regular shit. Um, yeah. Do you prefer to fit in or stand out? I I guess the latter. I don't prefer to stand out as much as I just don't want to fit in and be what people expect me to be. Um, I just I I it's very important for me to be myself and to set myself away from people so I can be an individual and not bleed in with the rest of society so I don't lose myself. Um, Now, with that said, I don't go around doing things purposely to stand out. I focus, I focus a lot on certain things. Um, so, so that I'm not just blending in with everybody else. I'll make a point um, to go against the crowd, so to speak, if I feel like I'm blending in too much. But I don't do it to an obnoxious, I can't talk, an obnoxious extent. I'm very inconspicuous about it, but yeah, internally, since it's primarily focused around my introverted feeling, my FI, um, it's usually just I keep it all inside. I don't go around telling people, oh, I'm so different, love me, I'm a special little snowflake. So yeah, I don't know. I don't like one or the other. I just like being myself, which, I guess if I fit in sometimes that's fine, but I'm more focused on being who I am, and sometimes that's standing out, and that's fine. What activities do you enjoy? Um, right now, I don't know. I used to really like drawing. I really did. Um, but lately, I haven't been improving, and it's gotten very frustrating, so I've sort of given it up. I do like things hands-on, and I've been considering whenever I whenever I have the money to maybe get an acoustic guitar, and since I like singing, I could pair it with that. So I would probably, in the future, my answer to this question would be probably guitar playing, but for now, I don't have any activities that I really enjoy. Um, what makes you feel secure? Stability, in every sense of the word, whether it's financial stability, emotional stability, which ultimately stems from every other kind of stability, and I'll get into that. Um, if I'm pursuing someone at the time, romantic stability, like relational stability. Um, they all sort of bleed into one another. It's never just one thing, but right now, stability, like to make what would make me feel secure would be just financial stability, so I can just be on my feet and not be depending on people, because depending on people makes me feel very insecure. It's not something I enjoy doing, even though I do it a lot. Do you like being in a relationship? Why? Why not? Honestly, I've only ever been in one relationship, and it was a fucking freak show. It was a terrible relationship. So problematic. I don't even want to get into it. And it took up 3.5 years of my life. If I found the right person, I think I would enjoy it, because finding the right person, obviously, um, if they were right for me, I would feel at my utmost comfortable self. Um, I don't know, just a person that I can be with and be myself around, but also have those intimate feelings with, or for, would be a very nice thing. yeah, just the intimacy of being in a relationship, I feel, um, paired with compatibility would be very nice. It would be something I definitely am striving for, something I'm looking for, but yeah, it's very hard to find like actual true love, I suppose you could put it. What do you love and why? Could be people, places, things, etc. Um, I mean, people. I mean, I love my friends and my family, obviously. Things. What do I love and why? It's so broad, even with the specifications. Places. Hmm. Well, as I look to my left, I love coffee. I love coffee a lot. I love food. I love my bed. I love my bed so much. I love sleeping. I love, oh God, I love being alone. I love being alone so much, like completely alone. Like, if I know I'm gonna be alone all day with no one around me, I am ecstatic. Just fucking give it to me. Just give me all the solitude. Um, I don't know. It's such a broad question though. Like, I could say my favorite, like my place that I love would be like Paris or some shit, but I've never actually been there, and I guess I'd narrow it down to something like a coffee place. That would be like my ideal place to be, if not my home and alone, would be with my laptop at a coffee shop, just sitting around. Hopefully, no one comes up to talk to me because that's just awkward. Uh, what do you spend the most time thinking about? So many things. So many things. It really just depends on what's relative at the moment. Lately, I've been thinking about a specific person, and it's fucking annoying. I don't like it. Um, I've been thinking about my financial situation and all the things I'm dealing with right now. Usually things that are centered around myself, I think about all the time. Yeah, basically that. How much have you changed over the years? Who were you as a child? I have changed a tremendous amount. I mean, within the last year, probably. Well, probably within the last 2 years, I've changed a lot. I mean, I'm only 20. I'm turning 21 in July. I, I've changed a lot. Um, Shitty relationships will do that to you, and among other things. Yeah, I I have changed a lot. I've become less arrogant. I've learned. I think I've become a better person, honestly. Who was I as a child? I was. Wow, I think that's hard to pinpoint, like who I was as a child. I was me as a little, just a little person. As a child, though, you consider a child like 5 years old or 12. I guess I'd say before 12, because that you're getting into preteens there. As a child, I was still, God, I was so in my head as a child. Now that I think about it, it was very, everything was so internalized as a child. I don't know. It's already like nearly 20 minutes, so I don't want to get too into that. There are some silly questions. What is your favorite personality? I don't know. I really I love UNTs. I do. You guys fascinate me. Um, I'd say a few of my favorites are INTPs, ENTPs, and INFJs. Yeah, I have a soft spot for my own type, but that's a given. Um, does the number 9 resemble the number 6? I don't know. I don't know. It doesn't look anything similar to 6 to me. these questions are too silly. I can't even take them, like, I'm not supposed to take them seriously, obviously, but okay, I think this is the end of this thing. So goodbye, personality capping.